Hello, beautiful, bright, shiny souls. It's Marta Siebenhaar, Level 2 QHHT Practitioner and founder of Quantum Healing Miami, here to answer the question, what is a QHHT session like? What is Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique like? And the answer is, I don't know, because it's different for everyone. But there are three things that I definitely would recommend that you can do to help prepare for your session. The first thing is have no expectations. So when you are open to what comes through, you're not trying to control, you can let the left brain go, and you're really present and in the experience. The second thing is to activate all of your senses. So even when you're going to sleep before your session, see if you can visualize or remember a memory that feels very strong to you. Reconnect with it in all of your senses. What was it like to taste that moment? What did it feel like in your skin? What did you hear? What did you sense? So activating all of those senses will connect you with a part of the brain that we're going to be working with. The third way that you can best prepare for a QHHT session is to relax and trust the very first thing that comes to mind. I found that QHHT is very powerful because it quiets down all of the distractions, all of the things that in our daily lives are getting us away from our inner guidance. QHHT is the ultimate inner guidance. They say that all of your answers really come from within, and of course that is true, and that's something that I've experienced with QHHT myself. But in order to get there, how do we practice? How do we get into that state of mind? So I found that when you tune into your heart always has very different answers from your brain. So one thing that you could practice to tap into that inner guidance, because I believe your heart is tapped in to that higher guidance in a way that our brain starts to try and control and make things make sense. But you just tune into your heart, relax, and trust the very first thing that comes to mind. So those are three ways that you can prepare for your QHHT session. Very easy. And remember that everyone can be hypnotized. It's very easy, because everyone can fall asleep. So on your way from your full awake awareness with all of the distractions to full sleep, there's this place called theta brainwave state, and that is the state that we go into during QHHT. And everybody's theta looks a little bit different. So I find it's best to just trust and say the very first thing that comes to mind, be open to what might unfold, have no expectations. The third thing is just get into all of your senses. When you can get into all of your senses, all of your rational mind, all of that stuff kind of quiets down. So QHHT is a very sensory experience. So if you are in your senses, you're absolutely going to have an amazing session and you're going to get the information that you need. So that's it. That's 3 tips for how to prepare for your QHHT session. If you're in a spiritual awakening, if you're in a life transition, if you've experienced trauma or other sorts of pain that you haven't quite found a way to make sense of, QHHT is very therapeutic and totally beautiful, relaxing way to look at the big life challenges and make sense of what has happened and give us a pathway to move forward. So if you have any questions about QHHT and what it could do for you, the clarity it could bring to your life, please let me know. You can send me a DM, you can contact me on my website, quantumhealingmiami.com. I would be honored to speak to you about what it is in your life that you want to transform. Remember, you are beautiful, you're powerful, you are amazing. I'll see you again next time.